Welcome back everyone to The Lost Planeswalker. You're here with me, Jesse, The Lost Planeswalker. In this week's installment of Back to the Basics, we're here to discuss the evergreen keyword action, Exile. Exile is a powerful and useful tool that can remove a card from the game entirely. According to the Magic the Gathering rules 406.1, the exiled zone is essentially a holding area for objects. Some spells and abilities exile an object without any way to return the object to another zone. Other spells and abilities exile an object only temporarily. In the earlier version of the game, exile was worded in a much different fashion. Cards were removed from the game instead of being placed into exile. Exiled cards have their own zone, similar to the graveyard. Looking at 406.8, previously, the exiled zone was called the removed from the game zone. Cards that were printed from the text that removes an object from the game exiles an object. The same is true for cards printed with the text that set an object aside. Cards that were printed with the text have received errata in the Oracle card reference. Exile is an evergreen mechanic that can be seen all over the Magic universe. In the vast expanse of the Magic universe, there are several different ways that Exile has expanded into play. One of the oldest ways that Exile has been used is to place a permanent or spell into Exile and remove them from the game. This is an incredibly powerful ability that, if not countered, can lead to a large power shift. While White has powerful exiling abilities, this often gives the opponent some benefit. Path to Exile lets an opponent search for a basic land. Swords to Plowshares exiles a creature and gives your opponent life equal to its power. Orzhov, or white-black cards, are best at exiling permanents. This may be the most powerful permanent removal that is also cheap to cast. Azorius, or blue and white, has a more exile in return based strategy. Brago, King Eternal, is one of many cards that takes advantage of the enter the battlefield ability. Recurring these cards gives a large benefit to the player. There are many cards that deal with exiling cards and then casting them. Some creatures, like Gonti, Lord of Luxury, let you exile cards from your opponent's library and cast them. Red's theme on exiling cards is a little different than the rest, which lets you temporarily exile cards from your library and cast them on the same or following turns. This is a red player's way to get card advantage, while it may not be as effective as blue or black. Faldorn, Dreadwolf Herald, is a powerful commander that takes advantage of casting exiled cards, creating a wolf for every card exiled this way. In a more recent set of Kaldheim, cards have the Foretell ability. By paying 2 generic mana, you may put a card into exile. You may then cast these cards from exile for the Foretell cost. While some of these cards are cheaper to cast for the Foretell cost, some are more expensive. Foretell allows you to keep spells at your disposal while keeping them out of your hand. These cards, while not usable in every capacity, place them in a situation where they can be very powerful. One of the worst feelings as a player is hearing about your creature or permanent you control being exiled. Exiled cards are entirely removed from the game and have very few opportunities to ever be returned to the game. Exiled cards are very powerful, and hopefully you will include some in your next deck. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and learned a thing or two about Exile. If there's a spell that you enjoy using that uses Exile, please leave in the comments below. If you want to learn more about the Magic the Gathering keywords, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you later, Planeswalkers.